Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Camera, action!
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd can...
Doesn't talk film! I'm sorry.
Take it outside.
Well, a real nerd knows who shot, and a real nerd can follow the plot, and a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action! Real nerds.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast. Unofficially, the official podcast of all your movie needs. I am Ryan. I am joined by my buddy, Brad.
What's up?
And for 14 years, we have seen a new movie and we've podcasted it to the world. This week, we saw Beetlejuice. Stay tuned. We'll recommend the film or not, play the trailer, and then spoil the film. We'll also talk about movie news and what we watched throughout the week. Brad, how was your week?
I went to Colorado Springs to screen a bunch of my films.
Yeah, how's that?
It was nice. It was a pleasure to be there as always. It's the Colorado Short Circuit Festival. I've done it a couple times before, and yeah, I had 3 films screened there, and just watched a bunch of way better films than mine.
No.
So yeah, I found out that one of the ones that was there is actually going to be in the Denver Film Festival, and it was like one of my favorite films from the group. So yeah,
Very cool.
how's your week?
Good. Just worked all week.
Working and
Nothing
watching
that-
movies. That's what we do.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing cool. Maybe one day I'll have something really cool to report.
Well, there's always that
Maybe
real.
next week I'll.
I was gonna say there's always that Real Nerds documentary to do.
Correct. But we should do.
Yeah,
Anyways.
yeah, really riveting week we're having here.
Yeah, very much so. This week we saw Beetlejuice. Brad, did you recommend the second journey into the afterlife?
Yeah, not really. Yeah, this movie was like, I keep telling people it felt like they had 4 people write separate scripts and then they all turned them in and then they said like, great, we're going to make all 4 of these. And that's this movie. It was, it's cool seeing a lot of those characters back, but there was so much stuff in this movie that it was overwhelming and not very interesting to me. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it was fun. But yeah, when I went and I took my family because Laura and Kellen loved the first Beetlejuice. I've always been lukewarm to it. I mean, I think Beetlejuice as a character is really fun. Just the world never really captured my imagination or attention. So I was excited to see it because my family was, but I'm in the same boat. We'll talk about it in the spoilers, but it seemed a lot of half-cooked story ideas that never really paid off. But here's the trailer for the second journey of Beetlejuice.
When you're all driving carpool and banging your Pilates instructors to fill the empty voids in your life, we'll see who gets the last laugh. My mom grew up here, that old house on the hill.
Wait, the ghost house? Is your mom Lydia Dietz?
Unfortunately,
She's a legend.
The living, the dead. Can they coexist?
Now's my chance.
ghosts aren't real. Only gullible people believe that kind of crap.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I need you to help me save my daughter. But how do I know that you're going to keep your word?
I swear on my dead mother's soul. Days. Bob, you and the boys stand guard. Nobody gets through. Let's go, honey.
Recognize this puss.
Never seen that chick before in my life. Or afterlife.
Are we doing this?
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
I'm needed upstairs. Bob, hold down the fort. Spill your guts. Who wants to go first? All right, I will. See, I'm willing to do the work.
Where the afterlife is so random.
You're that thing from my dream. Really more nightmare material.
Confronting the unknown, conquering your fears. There's nothing harder.
What the f? Thank you all for coming to this special occasion, but right now with like a little privacy.
Beetlejuice takes place in real time going forward. So 36 years. And they go back to, I don't even remember the name of the city. It's Winter something. And because Lydia's grandfather or father died in a shark attack, and Lydia is now a very popular TV medium that can talk to the dead, which, if you remember from the first one, that's what she can do. She has a daughter who doesn't like her. And she had a husband who died, and now she has a new boyfriend. And
who's a producer on her show.
Yeah, who's a producer. Again, it's a lot.
And this is just Lydia's story.
Exactly. So yeah, they go back home. She's seeing visions of Beetlejuice because he still wants to marry her. Beetlejuice is in the afterlife, who's being chased by his first wife, who led to his death, and he killed her. But we don't know really. So this is my problem with the movie is I thought, some of the effects were really cool. I liked all the stooges that worked for Beetlejuice. I thought looked really cool.
Yeah, I like the return to practical stuff. That was great.
Yeah. But the biggest story, and I talked to my wife about this, in the whole film that I felt was the really big disappointment was his wife.
Yeah.
I didn't understand her motivation, and she kind of just went away.
She was very easily defeated.
Yeah,
like I said before, so the first movie is these two people in this cute country house die, and then they deal with the afterlife, and then their whole rest of the movie is them trying to exorcise the living people out of their house. And Beetlejuice is like this
kind of prankster, I guess.
Prankster,
right?
like kind of in the middle of it, trying to like disrupt everything. But yeah, this movie has Lydia dealing with the fact that she like can see ghosts, but not enough.
Yeah.
She can't see some, but
I
mainly
also forgot
Beetlejuice.
she also has a drug problem with pills.
Yeah, and
that
then
was touched on for like 2 minutes and never brought up again.
Yeah, and then the producer wants to also marry her, and he's trying to like use her to further his career. And then Lydia's mom is Delia's like sort of upset about losing her husband, but not really. And then her daughter is still upset about her own dad dying years ago. and is trying to like also save the world. Um, so she's in college trying to like do conservation efforts, and then like in the middle of the movie, her storyline really gets started when she meets this boy in a treehouse.
Yeah, fuck. There is a lot in this movie.
Yeah, which leads to this I thought was the most interesting plot line where that boy is actually dead and she herself can also see dead people, but he is a serial killer who killed his own parents and has been like stuck living in that house. But just when you're excited about that, they off that kid in the most hilarious way.
Oh yeah.
With
And then
Beetlejuice
her,
like signing him out.
yeah, her dad is randomly the guy who knows because her dad died, I guess, from being eaten by piranhas. Oh,
Oh yeah. He shows up later in the movie and kind of like, oh, we get to reconnect with this guy, and finally, I forget what Lydia's daughter's name is even. We'll say Wednesday.
yeah.
Yeah. So she like finally realizes that her mom isn't making the shit up. And then the Corpse Bride. Tim Burton works as a Corpse Bride in as she's seeking revenge for like she poisoned Beetlejuice, and now and he killed her back.
Astrid is her daughter's name.
Astrid, yeah. So yeah, she just wanders around killing other random people to get to Beetlejuice, and then when she
But for
finally
what
does,
purpose? I don't understand the purpose and why she was so dangerous.
yeah, like that's the biggest thing is like the movie starts with that of like, oh, there's this big threat. She's killing all these other people. It's got to lead to something important. And Beetlejuice is like, well, if I get married, I don't have to deal with her. And like, so he manufactures another wedding with Lydia. And when Corpse Bride finally shows up, she just gets sucked into like sandworm land, and that's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Problem solved. Yeah.
And it's not like,
Oh, and then there's the freaking Willem Dafoe,
oh, that's right. There's
former
an
actor.
who's a cop. His
He's playing a
character was fun,
detective.
though.
It's fun, but like, why? Like, what?
Yeah.
He doesn't solve anything. Like, he's just there.
Yeah, I agree. It's like the movie's like, I wouldn't say it's not fun, but it seems, directionless and
Yeah.
a lot of, like I said at the beginning, a lot of loose plot threads. And I forgot some of you you brought them up. And also, Lydia's stepmom kills herself on accident.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then goes and meets her husband who can still talk even though he's missing the top half of his body.
Yeah. And then like, yeah, she's in the afterlife, and like everyone around her is just like, oh, well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Delia had it coming. She was kind of negligent with those snakes.
Yep.
But yeah, no one's really broken up about it.
Yep.
It's just so unfocused. Like before the movie came out, I started watching like the old cartoon show.
Mm-hmm.
He's streaming on Pluto TV or something. And like I kind of expected like, okay, this is an opportunity for Beetlejuice to come back and like haunt Lydia, but like them also work together instead of against each other to maybe stop that serial killer kid from like corrupting her daughter. So
yeah, that would have been like if that focused on that story and Beetlejuice used that as leverage to marry Lydia, then I'm like, okay, cool. Because then you could cut out the Corpse Bride, her stepmom dying, her marrying, you don't even know what the fuck that dude's name is.
yeah. Or like the kid like is trying to cross over so he can wreak havoc in the afterlife and unleash people like the Corpse Bride.
Yeah.
And like suddenly Beetlejuice is like, oh shit, like this woman can actually kill me and take me away from the afterlife or something.
Yeah, because even Beetlejuice, doesn't he like he blows up like a balloon at the end and pops? Like,
yeah,
what the hell is going on?
I don't get it.
And the whole time they're singing Godsford Park, I was just thinking of Weird Al Yankovic. Like,
oh, MacArthur Park, yeah,
MacArthur Park. I mean,
yeah,
Jurassic Park is frightening in the dark.
Yeah, like all the song choices weren't as like, I don't know. I was never like gaga over the Deo song. Like that was never like a sequence that was like obviously people love it, but I was never like, oh, that's the best part of the movie. Um, but yeah, like the MacArthur Park and like the Soul Train were like
Hmm.
really overplayed. Like, we get it, Soul Train, got it. But it comes back like 4 times.
Yeah, and because I don't understand. So if they get on the Soul Train and they leave, they can never come back and they can't hang out in the afterlife
I don't know what the rules are.
because it doesn't make sense. I mean, I would rather just hang out in the afterlife and haunt people, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fuck with them.
a lot less world building of the afterlife than the first one. You know, like the first one
Yeah,
had like the handbook of the recently deceased, and then
you just
Barb and
yeah, you
what's
accept what's going on.
Barb and what Alec Baldwin's like they had to learn as the movie went along. But yeah, I didn't really like
Yeah,
learn anything about
and
this. I don't even know what Beetlejuice's job is. Like
like I
he has
said,
all those bobs. I'm like, oh, what do they do?
I don't
Just
know.
paperwork?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. And I mean, Michael Keaton was fun in it, but it's just there. I don't know.
But yeah, there's a lack of like, like the stretching of the face. Like there's a stretching of the face in the finale with like the CGI, like people getting stuck in the cell phone. But like
Mhm.
it was cool in the original movie when like the homeowners would like do that effect, and like Beetlejuice with the like carnival head and the like the rolling out
Yeah,
arms stuff. Like there's a distinct lack of stuff like that in this movie that I was like kind of bummed by.
yeah. I
You
guess
know,
the worst or the silliest thing that I kind of enjoyed was the Beetlejuice baby was kind of funny. Um, he reminded me of a Garbage Pail Kid or something.
yeah. God, I forgot that was the ending.
Yeah, but
Which I
yeah,
can remember. Was it a dream? I don't remember.
I don't know. I think so. It's just so unfocused that I don't know. I do not know. So yeah, that's Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Hey, this is a big news story of the week.
It's real news.
Good news, Brad. If you were worried about it, because I kept on saying, when are they going to announce anything for Spider-Man 4? I mean, the last Spider-Man movie made almost $2 billion, and they finally announced that they're working on it, and they've been working on it, and they're looking to hire Destin Daniel Cretton. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Me neither. Cretin, probably.
Cretton, yeah. Who directed Shang-Chi and has Wonder Man coming out on Disney Plus. Has been tapped to direct the new Spider-Man movie, which I'm all for. I thought he did a great job. The action scenes in Shang-Chi were awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
It should be,
so,
yeah.
and I guess they must be. I had a feeling they're kind of sneakily working on it because Marvel always has dates planted where they don't really announce the movie. And dude, can you believe No Way Home came out 3 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not terribly long for like,
It's
I guess maybe
not,
a
but
Marvel movie, but like an average franchise movie, like sometimes that's
it
kind
isn't.
of
But it
long.
doesn't seem like it was that long ago in my mind.
Yeah. Well, you watched a lot, but,
Yeah, that's true. And I also saw it in the theaters this year. But
I think like, yeah, there is probably a little more delayed because just trying to figure out where the next direction for the Marvel universe is headed. So they were
that
like,
and Tom Holland said he was going to take a break for a while, and he did. I think he did a couple plays, and he kind of took a year off. So I mean, he deserved to. He literally worked on Spider-Man to Uncharted, then right to Spider-Man. So,
yeah,
you
it's
know,
fine.
yeah,
No,
take some time off.
just get it right.
Yeah,
Don't
and
rush things. Yeah.
they have the same writers, and I mean, they stripped him back down to just being Spider-Man. So I'm totally cool. I still think if they did a Spider Slayer story, would be really fun.
Well, I heard Feige was saying like, they're gonna send him to space or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
They're like, yeah, we didn't say anything about him It was a grounded Spider-Man, but we didn't say like what ground he'd be on.
Yeah, everybody's clamoring for the Venom thing, but I don't want to see Venom. I want to see like a new villain. I think the Spider Slayers would be cool. Just some guy who's, I guess, make the stakes a little smaller, kind of like a Doc Ock stakes or Green Goblin in the first one. Where, I don't know, Spider Slayers are wreaking havoc in Manhattan and he has to figure out why. And
Something you don't need the Avengers for.
yeah, and it'd be fun. Because I was thinking, I guess there's this clause where Marvel and Sony can't use a villain that they used in the Sony movies in a Spider-Man MCU movie. So they've already blown their load by not having Kraven, because you could do Kraven's Last Hunt and people would love that one. But I guess is his movie coming out this year?
Did you see the new trailer?
No.
They hide those animal powers, I guess.
No, right on.
Conveniently, I think they're writing that this
Oh, that's right. It's coming out in December. Fuck. It's only been delayed like 2 years. I'm sure it's going to be great, like Madam Web.
Yeah, I think they're heavily re-editing it, which is not a good, usually doesn't yield great results either. So we'll see.
Yeah, but you know what? We'll see. Maybe it'll be great, and we just don't know.
Get ready for a 3-picture Kraven franchise, Ryan.
Finally, one thing I've craved. We watch films throughout the week in a segment we call What We've Been Watching.
So, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Brad, what'd you watch this week?
Actually, real quick, some other news that we've kind of glossed over, I think, for a couple weeks is the Disney Movie Insiders is shutting down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have 3,200 points on there that I don't know what to do with. Sucks.
Oh, I should look. I might try to get a D23. Maybe I can get a D23 membership.
I think they're like 12,000 or 10,000. So.
Are they? Damn, those really went up.
Yeah. Yeah, I was on there. Like, most of it's just like Blu-rays and digital rewards. So I'm just like, well, I have all these movies and digital rewards ain't nothing. So
yeah,
I'm like, great. I guess let's hope you guys add some stuff later. Like, most of the posters are gone.
Yeah, I did get that email. Isn't that supposed to end like next month?
December.
Oh, December.
Yeah, and you can't redeem, all the gift cards are sold out, so you can't redeem for gift cards. Sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Let me bring up my app because I haven't been on it in a while, so I had to download. Yeah, I forgot because they get rid of Disney Movie Club. Now this. My only hope is that because they made a deal with Kino Lorber and Wally came out on Criterion, they're going to start. I get that they're big movies; they probably won't do it, but parcel out their movies so they get released on Blu-ray
or 4K, since they've only put like the heavy hitters on 4K so far.
Yeah, and they've been getting better because Bob Iger is back in charge, but at least they're still. The Inside Out Steelbook's really nice that came out.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's good. I'm stoked. I pre-ordered it at like $69. It came down to like $38, so I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I think mine was 45 or something, so that sucks. But
yeah. I think with tax mine was like 45 something, but
yeah.
I watch it as if this doesn't drop below like $50, I'm going to cancel this pre-order.
Anyway. So I watched this week. For the first time in a long time, I watched Being John Malkovich.
Oh, I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah, which I thought was okay back then, but like this time around, I was like, wow, this is really good. If you've forgotten, it's the story of, I've forgotten the characters' names, but oh my God, I can't even think. John Cusack is a puppeteer who lives with Cameron Diaz, who hoards animals, and eventually he has to get a better job than just working puppeteering in the streets. So he goes and works for this company that's like on the half floor of a big building. And as he's working there, he discovers there's a little tunnel to the inside of John Malkovich's his head. And yeah, it's really creative and wacky and interesting, and yeah, definitely going to be a pickup on my next Criterion 50% off sale.
Oh, is that on Criterion? I don't even. Is that in Criterion?
It is.
Huh.
So
I think it's because I always go to their half off sale like a week later, and people have like picked over the stuff clean.
yeah,
But yeah, I can't even. Oh, I guess yeah. Now I'm picturing the actual box art.
yeah, it's like that big eye on it or whatever. But yeah, Malkovich is great in it, and like the part where Malkovich goes inside his own head, and like they have his head CGI on like all these people in a restaurant. Like for 1999, it's pretty seamless. Like, really convincing compositing work for the time. Like I was pretty impressed. You know, it's like stuff that they have trouble doing today, you know, like even like Marvel movies. So yeah, yeah, that's what I saw.
Oh, short and sweet.
I've also been like working at, like on stuff and like in the background. I've just been watching like 80s music videos on Vivo.
Oh no,
So
that's my favorite thing about my Hulu subscription is it has all those channels included, and there's like 7 or 8 of them.
yeah,
And it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I watched a few things. I've been watching Blu-rays I own that I haven't watched, but it just so happened that my random number picked on September like 6th or something. No, before then, like maybe the first day of September was Piranha 2. So I decided that I'll just start spooky season early. So I watched Piranha 2, which was James Cameron's first directed movie, I believe. And yeah, it's not very good. But you know, it
is the
exists.
dialogue terrible?
Yeah, I mean, you just expect it, right? The opening is these people like have sex in a shipwrecked ship underwater, and then they're eaten by piranha.
I think you did this last week.
I did do this last week. Now that I'm talking about it, fuck. Did I talk about the Amityville Horror?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's where I left off previously on Real Nerd. I know, as I started explaining, I go, wait a minute, I have said this before. So Scream Factory put out 2005 Amityville Horror. No, I talked about this one too, didn't I?
Maybe.
You know what? I did.
I don't remember as much.
Because if you look at it, yep. So I'm just going to skip over that one too. I'm totally locked in. But one for spooky season I did not talk about, and I had never seen, that I totally randomly picked on Kino Lorber. So Kino Lorber every once in a while does these sales where it's $5.99 Blu-rays, and you know when you get, and it has free shipping at $35. So you can get like 6 movies, and it costs like $37. So I always do that, and I get random ones. And one I got was called "And Soon the Darkness." It's about these 2 English girls. I literally had no idea what this movie was about. I didn't read any of the synopsis when I bought it. I literally just picked it because it's this girl running from this dude on the cover art. And in my head, I says, "Oh, this has to be a slasher movie." It's not, at all. Well, man, maybe a little bit. No, I don't know. It's like a thriller. Anyways, these 2 English girls are bicycling through the French countryside, and they get into a fight. So one of them leaves the other one alone. And when she doesn't meet up with her an hour later, she goes back to look for her, and she's missing. And then this one guy comes up, and he's the mysterious French guy. And don't worry, he smokes a lot of cigarettes in it. But then it's kind of a mystery of what happened to her and how it unravels. And surprisingly, the movie is pretty solid. After I watched it, I went onto IMDb, and it has a pretty high rating. I think it's like 7.0, maybe 6.9. And what I really liked is Kino Lorber did a 4K scan of it, and the film looks incredible. It's from 1970, but the director shot it in a way where the greens look great. And it's like the movie is way better than I thought it was going to be. And it's not bad for just, a blind buy, just deciding to get one, So that was cool. And the other movie I watched was Captive Wild Woman, which is part of another Universal horror set that I got that was part of Shout Factory's sale in February. And it came with 4 Universal monster ones. And the reason I got it, because normally they're $70. And on the sale, they were down to $24. And I picked this set because it was like monster gorilla people. And the cover art is really misleading. The cover art is some gorilla holding this scantily clad woman over its head. And I mean, it's 1940 something, so I knew it wasn't going to be, crazy, but I was expecting, I don't know, like a leopard print bikini or something. And this crazy ape was eating people or something. Nope. It's, this doctor who takes this one woman's brain, takes a gorilla's brain and implants it in this woman who is able to tame lions and tigers in this circus. And at one point she gets so mad at the guy because she kind of has a crush on him, but he has a fiance, that she turns into like a were gorilla lady because her animal side comes. It's a weird fucking movie. It's so cheesy that it's somewhat enjoyable. And it was only like 67 minutes long. So again, not too bad. It went by quickly.
Nice.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. It's, some silly, crappy movie that, I'm glad that it finally got a chance to get a proper release. So yeah, that's what I watched this week. Next week, Brad, we are seeing Kevin Smith's new movie, the 4:30 movie. I have a funny story about that next week, even though I haven't seen it yet. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, we'll see you at the movie.
A real nerd knows who shot. A real nerd can follow the plot. And a real nerd will give it all they got. Lights, camera, action. Real nerds.
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast, Twitter and Instagram at Real Nerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Belonium for all of our groovy theme songs. And that's how you fucking do it.